Isa pang napansin ko, multi-year projects. Kung hindi amend ng senator, pupunta yung congressman sa amin o yung mayors, hindi magkukusa ang ahensya, hindi lang kayo at unfinished siya. Or, ang liit-liit ng ilalagay ng DPWH, hindi na matutuloy, bitin siya. Bakit ganun? It's a multi-year project of the department. Dapat, maski wala kaming intervention na amendment, kayo na ang kusa, tinatapos nyo. Kaya tuloy, all over the country, either vertical or horizontal structure or roads leading to hinterland areas, natitigil. Bakit kami kailangan mag-amend ng something nanggagaling naman sa inyo sa region o sa central na maayos naman para sa taong bayan? Kung hindi, napakaliit ng ilalagay sa NEP, pero ang lalaking budget, yung mga hindi pinag-isipan at may sponsor or proponent. Pero yung multi-year, nalapit sa akin yung LGU or congressman or even the agency, ang liit ng linagay sa multi-year, ma'am, kailangan to kasi, mayowa, etc., etc. Bakit ganyan? Basta, maliit, ganon. Ang hirap parang wala talagang planning. Very arbitrary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tama po kayo, Mr. Chairman, tama po again si Senator Loren. And this is something we really want to correct. And in fact, this was one of the first conversations I had with the new Undersecretary for Planning, that in the planning stages, in the budgeting stages, we must really prioritize projects that remain to be unfinished, incomplete projects. Kailangan po, kumbaga po, in the hierarchy of projects na dapat pondohan given limited funds, dapat po inuunang pondohan yung mga hindi pa tapos. Hindi putol na tulay, putol na kalye, bitin na building na munisipyong walang second floor, baka lang. And I think marami pong putol na tulay. In fact, I saw several already in my less than 2 months in DPWH. Bitin po.
Bridge to nowhere.
Hindi nga, Mr. Chairman, hindi nga po bridge to nowhere. Bridge to somewhere, pero for example po, meron po kaming pinuntahan sa Arayat. May inimbestigahan kaming flood control doon, no? Tapos, dinaga kami ng isang mayor sa isang bridge. Putol po yung bridge, kalahati. Kalahati tapos, kalahati wala. 10 years na pong putol, Mr. Chairman. 10 years. So, kaya nga po ngayon, nagkukumahugo kami, naghahanap po kami ng savings para po sana mapondohan namin yung bridge na yun sa Arayat at iba pang mga bridges all over the country na bitin. So, I mean, this is a recurring problem. It's very, very arbitrary. There's no rhyme or reason why this project gets this much, this project gets a small amount, and that needs to change.
There is rhyme and reason. Kung sinong malapit sa kusina, Halloween na sila. Kung sino malapit sa kusina, kung sino hindi humihingi or humihinging hindi nabibigyan, ayun.
Nabibitin.
Kaya hindi pwede. Arbitrary
It cannot be
Dapat
arbitrary po. And it needs to be, needs-based po talaga. And I think the primary need, sabi nga po ng Pangulo sa akin, let's use all the money we have remaining to just finish unfinished projects. To complete unfinished projects. Yun po ang pinaka-importante. Thank you po.
Sen. Lauren, that's also the advice that we gave DOH doon sa HFEP Center JV kasi ang daming unfinished health centers, rural health centers, even hospital, sayang, nakabitin na for many years. Sayang.
So, actually, ipakompute natin, ayan, sa kada ahensya ng gobyerno, ang mga unfinished or tapos pero unused. Nako, ilang trilyon yan. Sinayang natin ang pera. Hindi lang, to be fair, hindi lang DPWH. Okay, I was just meeting with, housing, dati chair ka, James. Si Sec Aliling, bago siya. Sinabi niya, sabi ko, bigyan mo nga akong listahan ng NHA projects. NHA, natapos yung mga bahay, yung intended beneficiaries, ayaw tumira sa bahay dahil malayo, bakit pinagawan? Pero pinasukan na ng informal settlers na hindi naman otorisadong tumira doon. So hindi naman nila mabigay sa informal settlers na tumitira sa bahay sa intended, makukuha naman sila. So we have a squatter problem in NHA, and the intended beneficiaries are still squatters or informal settlers. So if I may, there's really so much wastage systems laws, substandard, unutilized, underutilized, by running by the trillions of pesos, Mr. Chair. So I agree with you, whether it's DPWH or DOH, which you build, or DepEd classrooms, tapusin natin, or bridges to somewhere, but maybe the proponent already is not in office, right? Ganon eh. So that's I won't say yun lang, that's what I noticed. I have to amend the multi-year. Trabaho yan ng ahensya. Lalapit sa amin, hindi po na pondo, nasabihin ng district engineer at sa region, hindi po kami narinig sa central, kayo na lang po pag-asa namin para umabot yung kalsada doon. Alam yata ni Alpruto ang ibig ko sabihin. O ganon. Tapos, lalagyan ng token. Ang liit-liit amount, 10 million, 20 million para matapos. Sabi ko, siguro maski 100 years akong senator, hindi matatapos. Kasi hindi ako mihingi eh. Sabi ko, kami ngayon, kung hindi na kami allowed mag-amend, kundi institutional, wala na. So, yung kalsada, hindi matatapos, kundi kami allowed mag-amend. Yeah. So, it's incumbent upon the agency, not just DPWH, to finish what they started, whether the proponent is an incumbent or not. Kasi syempre, the fact na pinondohan, at hindi ito mga flood control, talagang infra, na pondohan, kailangan tuloy-tuloy hanggang matapos. Huwag kami intayin mag-amend. Yun.
Mr. Chairman, we
Sige,
could not
thank you.
we could not agree more with the honorable senator's observations. Kung kailangan ang trabaho po ng ahensya, tapusin kung ano ang inumpisahan niya. Unfortunately, hindi po ganoon ang nangyayari. Hopefully that will change now. Opo. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat.
Well, just Friday is the submission.
Yes,
Secretary.
Mr. Chairman, if I may be allowed to just recap or summarize po what we need to submit just
Yes,
to be
yes,
sure.
please.
So we will be submitting po additional stationing for the initially identified projects, and also additional validation and justification if we are able to find the justification and the validation. But we will also add the new projects po that also do not have the required detail. No, I think roughly about 1,500, if I'm not mistaken, additional projects. No, tama ba? 15, 14. Opo. So we will strive to do that by Friday, Mr. Chairman. Again, I will reiterate, kung hindi po validate, ma-justify at mabigyan ng detalye yung mga line item, please po, we give the committee the liberty to please remove those projects from the list of projects in the DPWH 2026 budget. Second po, by tomorrow, we will submit po the request of the Honorable Senator Gigarda for the list of the districts under the resubmitted NEP, revised NEP, and also whatever the terminology is, given what was done. Yes, of course. Of course po. We will send the
You may have the power to terminate. So we talked about 2025 projects funded. Either you renegotiate or you have the power to terminate if they are flood control projects or asphalting or whatever projects na questionable sa implementation ng mga contractor. And are you suggesting to terminate? Will you terminate? And if you will not terminate, what is the remedial measure you will do? Why you will not terminate? In short, we're putting everyone to to stricto tayo ngayon, hindi pa 2026. But wala pa kayo ng 2020 pag ginawa yung GAA 2025, pero pinapanood nyo sila ngayon at husayan yan. To terminate natin, hindi natin terminate, pero repeat job ito, or sige, terminate, may savings tayo. So I leave it to your better judgment, but maybe a list of that so we can also study for possible savings.
Mr. Chairman, Senator, what we can submit by Friday, I think, is the list of those that are either unimplementable already or that have been terminated already. As for those that we can terminate, this might be a little tricky because we still need to talk to the Office of the Solicitor General to determine that, and that will require, again, we're talking about I don't know, like 20,000 projects for this year that we have to sift through. That might not be possible for Friday, ma'am, but we
Whatever you can for Friday. At hindi na kailangan OSG, you have the power kasi sa Government Procurement Act, nakita naman yun. At saka kung na-terminate niya yung ibang mukhang questionable, meron kayong power to terminate kung linoloko tayo at saka sinabi na ni Presidente, ibaba yung dupa, pero ang sigil pa rin niya, let's say, sa construction material sa bridge na ito, triple. Kaya mo yun. Hindi kailangan ng OSG yun. Oo.
Ma'am, kasi obviously for those that are already contracted, that was already the basis of the budget, and the contract price was already established under the old or the existing cost of materials. So there are clearly legal issues there, so we will need to talk to the OSG about that. But for those that we have terminated or about to terminate for costs, we can provide that list by Friday.
Perhaps we can generate reports since from your district engineers or from our people on the ground, yung mga sumbong sa Senado na mga dapat i-terminate. I mean, without looking at political color, of course.
Yes, we can. Marami pong sumbong. Kung sumbong lang pong pag-uusapan. No, sa sumbong sa Pangulo po, I think 20,000 na yung nagsumbong doon. No, but again, that will require some time to sift through. But finally, Mr. Chairman, ma'am, the last thing we will submit, which is very important, is the revised CMPD, the revised cost of materials, and then the estimated potential savings for 2026. So we will submit all of those by Friday, Mr. Chairman, Senator.
Nomenclature that's allowed in the GAA for school buildings and classroom that will still fall under your department.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So which is multipurpose buildings / school building. Yes.
Oo,
We will
kung
provide
ano
that
yung
as
gamit,
well.
kasi hindi bawal yun.
Opo.
Para wag nang ililipat, tapos babalik.
Tama po.
Yeah, mas efficient.
Tama po.
Yeah.